hmm these oaths? Yes. Why don't you just get them for me? Yeah. For every individual in Congress that has any knowledge of this child abuse, they've been misprisioning all of it, haven't you? Now you said, well, we don't have to enforce the rights of citizens. We don't have to do what we have sworn. We can abuse children, yes, and violate their rights to have their own Superior Court case number. Now, do you have the knowledge of the commission of a felony? The felony actually occurred, yes. Or you issued a protection order and the minor named Zachary, yes. It was 6 months after his 13th birthday. I think he does fit the definition. Yeah. hmm It is a federal offense to violate the rights of the minors named. Yeah. And misprision is a felony, is a form of obstruction of justice. Now, I want you convicted and I want you prosecuted. Yes. And that $250,000 fine, I want that for each of those in Congress. Yes. Each of those in the judicial branch of the United States. In fact, get me the employees of Congress, the individuals that work with those elected to Congress, yes, that have any knowledge of this as federal employees. Now, is imprisonment up to 3 years? Or both fine and imprisonment? For all of you that said, well, he has no jurisdiction to sue us, yes, I would say that you obstructed my son's right to have the court issue a new court. Now, misprision of treason. Every person having knowledge of the commission of treason, who conceals the same and does not, as soon as may be disclose such treason to the governor or justice of the Supreme Court, yes, or judge of either the Court of Appeals or the Superior Court shall be guilty of misprisioning of treason and punished by fine, not more than $1,000. Does anybody know of the sheriffs and the police departments making war against the United States? And have you been giving aid and comfort to those that are sheriffs and police officers? Because the Fraternal Order of the Chiefs of Police. Then there's the National Sheriff's Association, Danny Glick. Yes, I called your office. Ouch! Now, for every sheriff and all police officers in every city and county of the United States, do any of you know of any misprisioning of the treason of refusing to acknowledge the Constitution of the United States of America? Well, I'm going to want your assets. Yes. And I'm going to want you put in prison. And if it does require 4 to 7 million American citizens spending, oh, a few years in prison, pooch, or maybe a few days in the county jail, yes, I want you to understand that every legal means available to me, I will put you in prison. Do you understand? Yes. Because you've been making war against the United States. Now, I don't care who you are, pooch. I don't care if you're the sheriff of any county of the state of Washington. I emailed you all. And the sheriff said, well, he's a mentally ill, homeless man. Well, I'm not so mentally ill as to see the child abuse. Oh, I'm not a mentally ill man. I have no mental defect. Yes. I don't have a disease, a mental disease. I'm not schizophrenic. No, I'm not bipolar. And this vicious victimization where you say I'm persecutory delusional. Yes. I'm not so delusional as to realize that at the age of 13, you have the right to have your own Superior Court case number. So, for all of those in psychiatry, the mandatory reporters, yes, they're professional persons that say that restoration laws, mm, I'm going to want to sue you. I'd like to use the courts of the United States. I'd like to speak to my sons. And then there's this little issue of the picture of Susan Bowers in the Rotary newsletter. hmm Mike did not receive any moral support from Susan Bowers. No, no, no. But it says that he did, and that's not his wife. Maryland. And that adopted daughter from Haiti. Yeah, I'm going to want to talk to Marilyn today about this misprisioning of treason. Oh, and then the rights of her individual children. Yes, those 13 and older. To have their own Superior Court case number if they did think that Mike, yes, the husband of Marilyn, was an abusive father. Phew. Now, it would really be something if I was able to talk to all of her children. It could be that this is an indication of the abusiveness of not only a husband, oh, but of a father, yes, that received all the court notices. You know, if you had protected my son's rights to have their own Superior Court case number, yeah, they would have had to serve me. Oh, and the law says to get a temporary protection order right now. It's possible that I would have had a different last known address. Yes. Now the police and sheriff's department, we don't know, but I think they do know, right?